why we came over with one car while the other Porsches entered our private ones.
There are 2 Abingdon cars for Timo and Ittebring. BMC's competitions chief, Peter Browning, tells us about the rally.
It's very, very fast special stages. The ground is very much different from that which we cover normally. Most of it's very, very smooth, and all the little stones are very small pebbles, and it's just like driving on ball bearings. And even the likes of you or I, the normal driver, could put a car sideways at 20 miles an hour. So this is really why the Finns are so good.
Peter, what are Timo's chances of making it 4 times running?
Well, he said yesterday when he tried his car that it was the fastest and the best handling minute that we've ever provided for him. He's been practicing like crazy for the last 10 days, really hard. He knows all the stages by heart without pace notes. He can drive over them. He knows his way. He knows every hump. He knows every bend. I think we're very confident. It's a rally where driving skill and the strength of the motor car more than power probably pay off, and Timo is unquestionably the expert out here.
Why does a Finn always win the 1,000 Lakes? Here's Ford's Bill Barnett.
Oh, I think it's knowledge of their own roads. They've been driving on them. They learned to drive out here at a very early age. And I don't think anybody outside of Scandinavia has a ghost of a chance of winning this event.
Now Hannu Mikkola gives us a demonstration of just why this is true, to an accompaniment of bouncing stones. And he tells us how he does it.
To second gear, to third, and now I'm bending left hand corner, not so bad, going 100 kilometers an hour, next left, going full, and then I'm bending jump, here is coming, fourth gear, now it's long, right hand corner, must take a little easier, so, and now very bad left, very bad left, and then chasing again, third gear, and left hand full.
Well, that's what it's like to drive with Mikkola. Now a front wheel expert, Timo Makinen.
And now it's medium left again. Brow. I put sideways, underway first gear, and changing second gear, changing third gear. And now it's coming long right-hand corner. Put it car a little bit sideways. Keep it out. And put it second gear, out any clutch. I'm using left foot braking. Putting first gear, medium left, sideways. And full power, second gear. Jump. Up. And third gear. Brow. Jump. Jump. And very fast left, and plenty sideways, and underway, good, and sideways again, all time using left foot braking and keeps the car balanced with brake. Third gear. Short corner. If you have short corner, don't put the car never sideways. You lost your time. Sideways again. Jump.
Watch this turn, handbrake and all. Now he's on his way back. Front and rear drive. Different techniques, clearly shown by the footwork. Hannu Mikkola, almost like a weekend driver, clutch foot relaxed except for changes. Timo tap dancing with brake and throttle. And so the 1968 Rally of the Thousand Lakes begins with special stage number 1. Down the dual carriageway, round, and up the other side. One corner off tarmac onto dirt worries most of the competitors. Some are slow but competent. Some tentative. And others, frankly, ridiculous. There's Rano Altonen's sister, Mayata. And Timo Makinen's brother, Tapio. That's Atso Aho in the third team Mini. Hannu Mikkola. Kinnunen, Porsche. Göteborg in the Works Mini. Let's see them round that bend. Aho. Mikkola. Göteborg, full lock. Simo Lampinen, neat as usual. Bengt Soderstrom, he hits a curb on this test. Toivonen, front wheels locked, drops a clanger. And Timo. But for style, nobody really matches Kozlov in the Moskvich. You might almost think that Russo-Finnish relations aren't too good. He's been wanting to do that for years. Not a very good start for Kozlov, and it'll take more than a hammer and sickle to get the dents out. Night is closing in fast as the later numbers leave Jyväskylä and make their way, at 30 miles an hour, the Finns are dead keen on speed limits, to the first of the 34 stages, 6 of the original 40 having been cancelled. The police look benignly on. The public road is closed and there's not a radar trap in sight. Oni Vilkas there is a veteran of Finnish rallying. Aho. Mikkola. Kinnunen. He'd been fastest on stage 1. But down the road, Bengt Soderstrom is having his front torsion bars put straight after the curb incident in Jyväskylä. The precious minutes are passing. Bengt is furious with himself. Timo, himself in alternator bother, goes by. He's to be third fastest on the stage. Only Porsches will beat him. Toivonen is quickest, Kinnunen second. Now Bengt is nearly in the hunt again. He's about 20 minutes down, but he catches it up by the first time control, 110 kilometers on. Fantastic. Stage 3 now, and the first of the famous Finnish jumps, a Timo-ism that's become a part of rally language everywhere. But now it's night, and the rains have come, turning the loose dust into a skating rink quagmire of greasy ball bearings. At higher, time control 4, it's a miserable job for the marshals and the cameramen. And you call it sport. With the rain, mechanical bothers increase. Alternators are the main offenders. It's early days yet, but Hannu Mikkola is lying first overall with 3,396.6 penalties. Lampinen is second. Lucenius Renogordini third. Toivonen is out with a broken drive shaft. Total stage times in seconds are added as penalties. There's no bogey to beat. Soderstrom checks in. Passing the control twice isn't against the rules, so he turns to fill up. Timo, his alternator fixed, is 14 minutes and 720 penalties down on the road. He's in 38th place, but his stage times are still well up. And so it's day again. Still raining, and by now they're in mud up to their armatures. Simo Lampinen is second overall. Risto Ainto, Volkswagen. At Hämeenlinna, the weather's no better as they check in at time control 6 at 5:30 in the morning for a 40-minute pause and speed test round the scale electric type circuit. This should have been a spectator fiesta, but at this time in the morning, in this weather, with no more than a misty rain-swept track to peer at, only a sauna-conditioned Finn could possibly enjoy it. Mikkola is solidly in the lead, 39 penalties clear of Lampinen. Over Andersson is 7th, Soderstrom 8th, so it's Ford's for the team prize at the moment. Kinnunen, 39, is fastest in this 5-lap figure-8 sprint. Mikkola is second, so when they get close, it's a good old dice. The cars start 5 at a time at 3-second intervals. Lampinen, Escort GT. Bengt Soderstrom, twin cam. Whoops, and down the escape road for one of the GTs. Line Porsche is third quickest. Soderstrom fourth. Poor Timo's unhappy rally is about to end. He strips first gear at the start, and there's no hope. Imagine Timo letting a Volvo get away with it like this. Once, perhaps, but not twice. Not everybody does get away with it without a panel-beating job to pay for. That's the Isuzu Bele of Osmo Makkola. Bad luck, lad. And now it's back to the mud and slime on stage 22. It looks like dust, but it certainly isn't. Stone, sand, and water is the recipe. Watch your legs, Auntie. Here comes Mikkola. You have to be tough to enjoy Finnish rallies as a spectator. funny little stage in Lahti. It's up a concrete road, round the council sand pit, and back down a steep, loose slope to the road again. 2 laps each. One or two competitors have bothers. Mrs. Kirsty Arikella in her Isuzu for one. And for him, Mikkola has a positive brainstorm. There's Aho in the remaining Team Mini. Not content with making a fist of it first time, Hannu nearly does it again. But Ford fortunes are retrieved with a neat run by Bengt Soderstrom, second fastest to Kinnunen's Porsche. And so the dreary, muddy way leads on, past the many Finnish lakes which the unkind suggest just fell one day from the ruddy sky. We're near to stage 25 by now, considered by most of the drivers to be the hardest one of the lot. All yumps and bumps and battering. A yump's all right if you yump straight. But yumping crooked is harder. Sometimes too hard to take at all. Like Karpinen and his revolving Volvo. Watch. Happily, neither driver is damaged, but for a second or two, fire looks like finishing off what was once a very nice motorcar. But all's well, and it's clear the stage for the next car down, and that's Soderstrom. Watch him yump. Hannu Mikkola is well in the lead at the start of stage 27. It would have been a lovely picture in the right weather. Anderson is 6th. Soderstrom 3rd. The Fords are 1, 2, 3 on this stage, with Bengt fastest. Simo Lampinen, after a night of slipping clutch bother, held at bay incidentally with washing powder and Coca-Cola, is driving brilliantly, but he's lost second place to an unknown Finnish driver, Pentti Arikella, in an Isuzu Belay. There's line. Kinnunen is out. Now the way leads back to Jyväskylä, a rest period, and another stage in the rain, and oh gosh, that rain. It's turned the route into a quagmire, made driving a nightmare, soaks the spectators, and spots the camera lenses so quickly that wiping does no good at all. In the Park Ferme, Taru Katonen, Renault Gordini, and boy is she fed up. Simo, his clutch having left no Coca-Cola for his child, gives a driving lesson, in spite of worries about a broken suspension which can't be welded until he's on the road again. Sleep comes naturally to Kirsti Arikella and Eva Hinnunen. But it isn't long before the remaining 51 are off again, with another half night in prospect. Stage 31. Already it's dusk and conditions get worse all the time. Hannu Mikkola still leads the field in fine style, with boot lid flapping. Anderson is 5th overall, but is soon to go out with a broken diff, putting paid to Ford's team prize hopes. Soderstrom, 4th, is pulling out all the stops to catch Lampinen. Aho scents a good placing. Simo, his suspension fixed, is still third. Before the stage is over, it's dark again. Pentti Arikela is still holding off the mighty twin cams and buzzing Saabs. Here he comes. The sparks fly. The campfires burn and the cars hammer away in 40, the virtual end of the rally. The ladies look as fresh as paint, but bad news comes that Pentti's great drive has ended in a roll only 2 stages from the end. Without personal damage, Mrs. Arikela is happy to know. Aho has been going like the clappers, trying without avail to catch Soderstrom. But all eyes are on Hannu Mikkola, 2.5 minutes ahead, and only a main road section left to the official finish in Jyväskylä and his first international rally win. The young economics student and his co-driver, Anssi Järvi, have carved a well-deserved place for themselves in Finland's rally story. Meanwhile, in Jyväskylä, the crowds at the finish wait to cheer them in at the end of a drive which has established Hannu Mikkola as a truly worthy member of the distinguished company of Flying Finns. What a moment for him. And for Anssi Järvi, who has only to hand in that road book to win. For Simo Lampinen, a well-deserved and well-driven second. And for Saab, the manufacturer's team prize. For Bengt Soderstrom and Gunnar Palm, a spectacular third after their trials and tribulations. They've driven without an alternator for a day and a night, thanks to a constant supply of batteries. And for Aho, 4th place. A Mini had to be up there somewhere. But what sort of time did you two have?
Very funny time, I think.
What do you mean by funny?
Yes, we have...
we like this kind of sport.
You certainly seem to do pretty well at it.
that time.
Hannu is excellent driver.
And that seems to be quite an understatement.
Thank you. Thank you.